Hey guys, Lugiamaster here, and today I'm going to be talking about the dislike button. As some of you probably see on this video, you can't see the number of dislikes on a video anymore. Of course, this hasn't rolled out to everybody, but this is going to be a universal thing across YouTube. Now, what are my thoughts on this? Well, I think the dislike button is now useless, so if YouTube's just going to make it so only creators can see within Studio, they might as well get rid of the dislike button altogether at that point, because it's a pointless button that basically does nothing. Except it does something, but the people cannot see it. Only the creators of said video can see it. But this hasn't rolled out to everyone. They're slowly rolling it out to every creator on the platform. Meaning, it's inevitable that everybody's going to have the dislike button permanently unseeable to the public, or unseeable by the public. Now, let's talk about the positives here. There's some positives and negatives to this. Mostly negatives, but let's talk about the one positive. Alright, so people can no longer do mass dislike strikes. I mean, okay, technically they can, but it would be pointless as only the creator of said video can see the amount of dislikes on it. So, I guess they still could, technically. Actually, yeah, that doesn't really stop people from mass disliking, if you really think about it. In order to stop people from mass disliking, you have to get rid of the dislike button altogether. But I guess it may prevent people from mass disliking a video because you can no longer see how many dislikes are on it. I don't know about that one. I feel like people are still going to try to mass dislike, and a lot of people like to go into Studio. So, yeah, if they check the likes and dislikes, I don't know. It doesn't really help creators. Let's be real here. It doesn't help them too much. So that's the positives. I guess you could say another positive would be no more stands, mass disliking, but this kind of goes along with my last point. But yeah, stands have a habit of being toxic and just relentlessly attacking whoever disagrees or doesn't like their creator. Sounds like the creator the creator that they watch, or the celebrity they watch or love or whatever. So yeah, it's probably gonna deter them just a bit, but maybe not really, because the creators could still see the amount of dislikes within within YouTube Studio. Anyway, let's talk about the negatives, shall we? And I think we can all agree the biggest problem with this new update is scammers. Scammers are now going to have an edge on YouTube. What do I mean? Well, before you could see if somebody was scamming by looking at the dislike to like ratio. But, I mean, people still fell for said scams. However, it wasn't as likely as it's going to be nowadays, because more and more people are going to fall for these scams. And, we have YouTubers, calling these scammers out and, trying to report them, but YouTube doesn't do shit with these scammers. In fact, they've actually went against the grain and decided to hit people who are calling out these scammers, saying it's promoting scammers. And granted, it's like a couple people this happened to. I know one of them was some ordinary gamers, but yeah, it's still stupid. So basically, people are going to click on these videos. I think a lot of people are going to be like, oh, this is clearly a scam. But then the people who aren't so sure would want to look at the like to dislike ratio to see if it's a scam or not. And, well, when they see that's just a bunch of likes, then they'll, oh, so this might be legit. And you see where I'm getting with this. Your credit card information is gone. Your account is gone. Do I need to continue? You lose so much stuff when falling for these scams. So yeah, these scammers are now going to have a bigger edge within the YouTube platform. Now, what are some other negatives? Because that's pretty much the biggest negative. I think it's going to lead to more bad clickbait videos. As in clickbait videos where literally the title and thumbnail have nothing to do with the video whatsoever. Yes, there is a difference. There are two different types of clickbait. Because clickbait is just getting you to click on something, right? So if it's catchy enough, people are going to click on it. So there's a good clickbait, and then there's the bad clickbait. Anyway, I think we're going to go back into that age of YouTube. Which I'm not looking forward to. Anyway, other downsides to this? No, please. It's going to be a bit harder for creators to now get pushed through the algorithm, I'd say, because of dislikes basically going bye-bye. At least to the public eye. Because I know YouTube said that dislikes don't push videos through the algorithm, but I'd argue that it absolutely does. Because I've been pushed a lot of videos where the dislikes are just massive compared to the likes. So, yeah. It's going to be a bit harder for creators to get pushed through the algorithm now, including me. And YouTube did say they talked with smaller creators, but they never ever mention who these small creators are. Maybe it's possible, some of them don't even want to be mentioned. And that's fine. But you'd think some of them would want to be mentioned. I don't fucking know. There are just so many more downsides to this update than upsides. And even the upside isn't really an upside. And here's another thing. People are just going to flood comment sections as well now. I mean, granted, you can filter out what's in the comment section, or you could turn the comment section off. But this is going to lead to people just making hate videos on you on YouTube. And we know those are against the rules. But of course, what they'll do is they'll frame it in a way where it doesn't break the terms of service. Meaning, people are still going to get away with this shit. I don't even know what to say here. The dislike button might as well not exist now because it is pointless. It is a pointless feature on YouTube now. Yeah, YouTube's pretty much the only platform that has a like and dislike button. But oh my god, now it's like we don't even have the dislike button anymore. It's pointless. But this is the new world. This is the new YouTube, and boy, oh boy, am I not excited for this. And the sad thing is there are probably going to be a lot of people who are going to eventually become content with this. But there's also going to be just as many people who are not going to be content. Like me, for example, because I'm just going to keep saying, this is bullshit. This did not need to happen at all. It was fine when, YouTube gave the option for people to turn off their dislikes. That was fine. I mean, sure, they said that some people complained about dislikes being turned off for certain creators. They would complain about that. So what? So what? Just a few people complain about a creator turning off the dislike button. Or publicly, anyway. So what? Just a few. Now, look. I hope YouTube reverses this sometime, but for now, this is going to be the new look going forward. The dislike button is now pointless, and yeah, there's nothing much else to say on this issue. I could probably think of several more downsides to this new update, but I'm not going to get into that here. So anyway, if you guys like this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to join the Creeper Cat Army. I will see you later, recruits. Peace out.